Right, bear with me. I've never done anything like this before. I'm going to show you the OBS studio thing that I did. Right, so you've got everything blank there. The OBS is I'm going to upload the OBS. I've wiped all my cameras, so I'm starting from scratch to show you. I'm going to press play just on the set that I did. Get some music in the background. That would be important for Spectralizer in a bit. Right, so you're going to need two. Well, I'm going to use two cameras. I think I'm going to use three, so I'm going to end up using three scenes. So right, I'm going to start the first scene. Let's actually remove that. So I start totally from scratch to show you. So I'm gonna call that one scene 1. I've got to be careful not to go across the screen and stuff. So scene 1 is that one. Let's move in up there to the top. And so you add your camera, video capture device. I think I'm going to use this one as my deck camera, which will be my Logitech, but I'm going to call it deck just for simplicity. So that's deck, and that camera will be that one. But first of all, you've got to configure your videos because that's a Logitech, so it always keeps trying to autofocus when you're playing. So I turn off the autofocus. Everything else is good enough to go. I need to do custom resolution. Best resolution I have found on these for streaming and stuff is, because it's standard, is 1280 by 720, and max output on frames per second, FPS, is 30. I won't need much more than that, and yeah, it stops my RAM overloading on my laptop because it's a dodgy old laptop. And as you can see, I know what the hell I've done here, but I always have to keep altering the size. There we go, and I want that at about the center. But I can actually, that doesn't look very focused at all to me. So if I go into my properties, how you affect all that, yeah. So it should be okay, but that's okay. Then on that, not so much. I don't know why that is, but we'll figure that one out in a bit. I'm going to cut it. In order to cut it, hold on. You just put Alt and then the left button, and there you go. You can alter it like that. I'm going to cut it about ye, and I don't want to get my body in it, so I just want my decks pretty much if possible. So there you go. And then once I've done that, I can enlarge that a touch. Let's enlarge that a bit more because that's my deck view. If I don't know where the center is, go into transform and hit center to screen, and it will automatically do that. So now I've got some good gappage here on this. So you're in the sources, you see, scene 1 in the sources. So I want, what else I want to add? I want to add a Spectralizer. If you don't have that, you have to go into plugins on OBS. OBS/plugins, and go to Spectralizer source, download that out. That's a whole other video. Go to YouTube, sort it out. I can't be asked. So Spectralizer source, okay. So it says there, Spectralizer audio source. If I do that to my mic aux, because that's where I've got my codec plugged in, good enough. And you can alter colors and stuff. If you have it in stereo, it will make it a double one, like say. I just want that one. Spectralizer detail, I want Mao detail. There we go. More, give more. specializer filter mode. So how it wants to filter it is saying audio source none. Let's have a look. Let's go to Monster Cat. I don't know what that does. It'll do something though. You can alter the bar width with all the pixels and stuff. Like how much do you wanted? Me, I just want that, what I had it at. So I just say okay there. This is really simple. Get that to the length. So with this, I want to go into transform and fit to screen. Yeah, stretch to screen, sorry. So now I just poke that up there. All I've got to do now is shorten it. That's a guesstimate. So when I click off of that, that's what it's looking like. But I want to now go to copy, paste on top of that, paste duplicate, or reference. If I do a reference, then if I change one, it will change all of them. There you go, I've got a reference there. So a bit more in that way. Right, that's the wrong way. So you go back in the transform, turn that 180 degrees, boss. But if you get a bit of on top and all that, don't worry, because you're going to put the deck camera on the top and it goes over everything. So then there'll be nice smooth lines. Then you've got to do, go back to this, go again, paste reference, move this to this side, tip it at an angle, transform. Let's see which angle this one is. So that's the other side here. I'm going up, you see how much smaller that is, so you get it back the right box size like that, width and length. Love this tune. A long team. Yeah, our patience with all this stuff is just annoying, so give me 2 seconds. But there we go. All right, I just had to quick pause and get all that sorted because it was doing the editing. So now you've got all this blank space. How I fill that in, just click off for that a minute. I want my decks on the top, so it overlays everything. Everything else is bottom. Right, so I want to add another source, and I add image slideshow. And to do that, I just then, okay, image slideshow 1, that'll do. Always play even when not visible, yeah, automatic fade and stuff like that. How do I want the size? Better sizes than that, unfortunately, but that's apparently not my bag. So 1:1, I'll just do 1:1 because I have no idea what that is. So now I've got a bunch of like kind of techie stuff in my pictures. So I'm on camera 1 and so I go into these cameras and I literally just select all of these like that, press open, and now they're all in there. But what I've got to do, I think, is now, because they're gonna change every now and then, yeah, see, and there'd be different sizes and stuff. This is a yawn fest. So what I end up doing usually is making them big enough so I know you're gonna totally cover the screen. Yeah, no, again, it's yawn fest. Just making them so big that no matter what, the screen is covered. And again, you want that slideshow right on the bottom, so you do that. And there you go, you've got an overlay. You can mess about with the next camera. I will show you messing about with the colors and stuff and doing all different angle-y stuff. But there you go, that's one scene done. And so now with that image slideshow in the background, it's going to be tunage. Not tunage, shit dog. It's going to be pictures and stuff, all cool looking. So now I'm going on to scene 2. Where am I? Yeah, scene 2 will automatically fade over because I've done that set a fade thing. Right, so now I've got to add, same again what I just did. So video capture, let's do view. I'm just going to call it view, and that is not the HD Pro, that is the camera that I've not got plugged in. Son of a bitch. Okay, I had a quick cut. So I plugged in the camera. Let's hope that worked. So video capture device, want to call it view, don't I? So VIEW, there we go. Okay, name already exists. Okay, let's just do that. Dang it. Okay, so view 1, view 2, fuck it. View 2. Which camera will this be? USB live camera, it's one I just plugged in. We've got to configure the video again. Again, I turn off the automatic focus because it's loud. Every time you move, they just blur and yeah. Again, custom the resolution to 1280 to 720. Don't want to. You want to go to 30 FPS again, like the other one. You want all the cameras matching. Video format. I think I'm going to put them both. Okay, onto any. I want MP4. It's not asking. It's not letting me. No, right now. Figure that out later. Here we go. So I've got it there. Where do I want this camera? I don't know. Here's the question. I just want like some cheesy. We can do some cheesy, like let's mess up an angle here and get it all. I want it all wobbly and shit. Oh. If I do that. Like yay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to alter quite a lot of this. Let's move. I'll be moving this, the laptop, so that won't be in the scene as much, I'd hope. But let's cut some of this wastage off. What I want to be able to do is stand up at my decks and you see a bit of my body all right, jumping about and fanning about in front of the camera. But as you can see, he's a bit weird shaped. I want it weirder shaped. I want it more of an angle, man. That's good. So if I go back here, yeah, that's a good weirdo angle there. Just say something like that. But okay, so let me transform it 90 degrees. Did I get it right? Oh, bossing it. I'll make myself a bit bigger there. I can cut off quite a bit, I think. From my jumping about, I can cut off up to about there, I guess, yeah. So, bring that down. Let's cut off all that waste. Oh, you shitbag. Didn't press Alt. Let's cut off all that wasted space down about there, eh? And then I want to make the whole thing smaller a minute. Center that to the screen. Oh, most of the stuff here is done on it is done on the transform. So if you can see, the decks are all wobbly in a wobbly place. I want them straight, really. Let's go back to properties first though. Configure video. If I turn quickly the auto doodad on a minute. What am I doing with the focus here? I don't know if in there. I don't know what I just done there. Let's have a look. I don't like that, you see. Madame Miss. Okay, everything else is normal. I need to transform that. So you go into transform, you hit edit transform. Now you get all these cool numbers here. Rotation. So I want to keep hitting that down. If I'm having a problem seeing it, move the box over here. Keep it in a rotation down until I get my decks straight. Yeah, long thing. That's right, there you go. Got it centered and stuff. So press close. Now got to add spectrums. Someone seemed to. Which one have we got here? What is going on here? I don't need both of these, so I'm going to remove one. Let's see if I don't fuck it out of that. Yeah, so there we go. Right, let's add spectrum. Now, because I've got the music playing, spectral source 2. There we go. Again, let's try this one on SGS, whatever that is. Again, we want detail to the edges there. Lots of details. That'll do for now. And now I've got to do the same. So I go on to transform, edit transform, move this box out of road. I'm going to put this down the corner here. So now I've got to, not go that way. I got up the rotation. Again, long thing. So I give it 5 seconds of this a minute, and then I'll pause. I've got to do this for every one, adjusting the rotations and reversing angle, like I did with everything else, like the last ones. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and pause it now, and I'll unpause it once that's set up. Okay, well, I've pretty much got that one as much as I can be asked to do. So what I'm going to do now, close that a minute. Now we do the same things we always do. Copy. Let's copy reference. Move that down here. Go across here. Reverse it. Transform. Rotate 180. Now I've got to make this smaller to fit in. It's a pain in the ass because this is playing all sorts of shit with my eyes. There we go. There you go, see, that'll do. And now, paste the reference again and make this a lot smaller, so I've got to go up here. So let's turn this Oh, is that 90 degrees? Oh, we're doing the bottom one then. You see, and then go along. Let's go on this one and paste a reference. Transform 90 t'other way. Want this smaller. Do. There we go. You do as I tell you. Oh, it doesn't need to be perfect. Because you always put the TV on the top of everything, so if there's any gaps in that, it don't matter. But there you go, that'll do. Now again, add in the background a image slideshow 2. So again 1 and 1, and add image files. Oh yeah, randomized playback on this one, and the other one probably as well, but we'll go back and do that in a second. So back to pictures where I've got camera 1, camera 2. This is camera 2. Now do the same here because these are different pictures, all off the web, just fucking copy and pasted. Jobs are good and on they go. But then you've got to mess with the sizes of them. So if I'm about here, maybe do. I think that'll do. Let's put the slideshow on the very bottom, so everything's over the top of it. That should do. It's when you get the odd one with a frame and stuff like that. Ones that are totally different sizes, just jar the crap out of you like that. So pause the slideshow quickly. I need to make this bigger. I guess that'll do. Right, now I want to show you something with this one. So we're on view 2. We want to go on to left right click to go onto the menu thing again. Let's hit filters, because this one I want to add some effect filters. That box is too big, let's make that smaller. And I want to do, I think it's color correction. So add a color correction. We've got gamma here, let's turn some of that up. Oh, we want contrast, we want that up. Oh yeah, we want to mess with that color. Brightness, oh fuck no, we don't want to do too much of that. Saturation, yeah, saturate. I've got the contrast up too much. Yeah, this is gonna mess with with everything. Right, let's mess with the hue. Yikes. Let's see what I've just done. Just completely nosed it up. But in the dark it will look better, but no, I don't like that at all. So let's go back into filters. And if you don't like it, you just go back into it, click on that color correction, minus, and it will get rid of it and back to normal you are. So let's put on a different filter. Let's see which one. Chroma key. That sounds like a cool thing. So, ooh, interesting. Smoothness? No, don't want any smoothness. Keeps color spill. Ooh, almost black and whitey there. I like. Let's see what we can do with that. Brightness. I've almost antiqued it there. So now I think, now I've done that, if I add another one, a color correction to that, oh yeah, I'm not messing with the brightness. I may mess with the saturation. I like those colors happening, and the hue. Look what I did there. So you have it whatever you want, innit? Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. That looks cool enough to me. Ooh, the background though is a bit as white as these. I'm not sure if it'll matter. So look. But I'm just leaving it like that because I want to show you. So now I'll click on the scene 1 and 2. Let's click off of that. And all I do now, once I'm on there, I'm on the scene 1 or 2, I just hit up and down. That's because I've adjusted on the scene selection. No, I think it's tools. An automatic scene switcher. I've got it from switching shit. I think scene 1 and scene 2, it does it. You could just do it like that. I think there's, I have no idea what I'm on about. I did something and now it does that. Right, knows. But yeah, if I want to sort from that up and down buttons, but I have to do that physically. So once I'm in the mix, which is annoying as shit. Look at that, that's upside down. Easy fix, transform, 180 that, bosh. Now we're the right way up with that. That's good enough for us, eh? And then so, yeah, there we go. And then into that, and you'll see I mixing about. And there we go, pretty much. Well, that's about it. I think that's all I can be asked to explain right now. I hope that works for you. For now. Which camera am I looking at? That one. Yay. Right, fuck off.